It was supposed to be the perfect camping trip. Jake, my best friend since middle school, had just gotten his driver's license. That meant freedom. No parents hovering, no rules, just us and the open road. So when he suggested we take his dad's old tent out to Pine Hollow Woods for the weekend, I didn't hesitate. 2 nights, he said, grinning as he tossed the tent into the back of his car. No parents, no neighbors, just fire, food, and freedom. I grinned back. Hell yeah. We packed cheap hot dogs, soda, marshmallows, and a single flashlight we assumed would be enough. At 17, you think you're invincible. That night, we left the familiar glow of streetlights behind. The highway turned to a winding dirt road, and the road turned to nothing but darkness. Tall trees rose around us like silent towers. Their branches clawed against the night sky. I should have felt nervous, but with Jake beside me, blasting old rock songs from the car speakers, I felt unstoppable. By the time we found a clearing, it was nearly midnight. We pitched the tent clumsily, laughing when it collapsed twice before finally standing upright. The fire gave us some comfort, its glow pushing back the shadows. We roasted hot dogs on sticks, talked about school, girls, college, the usual. The woods hummed with crickets and owls. Somewhere far off, a coyote howled. Jake smirked. Creepy enough for you. I laughed, trying to mask the chill running through me. It's fine. This is nature, right? Nothing out here but us. That's what I told myself. That's what I wanted to believe. But as the night deepened, something about those woods began to feel wrong. It started with a snap. Somewhere beyond the circle of firelight, a branch cracked underweight. Not like the light crackle of a squirrel. Heavier, a deliberate step. I froze mid-sentence. Did you hear that? Jake turned his head, squinting into the dark. Deer. But he didn't sound convinced. We both went quiet, listening. The forest, once alive with insects and night calls, seemed to hold its breath. Then another snap, closer. I gripped my stick tighter. That's not a deer. Jake forced a laugh. Maybe a hiker? At midnight? His laugh died quickly. We sat there, both of us pretending to eat, but our eyes never leaving the tree line. The shadows beyond the firelight looked thicker now, watching, waiting. It happened fast. One moment, the trees were empty. The next, a shape stepped forward. A man, tall, broad-shouldered, his clothes dark and torn in places. His face was hidden by the shadows, but the firelight caught the gleam of something in his hand. A knife. Not a kitchen knife. Not something you'd carry for camping. A hunting blade, long and sharp, its metal flashing as he tilted it in the firelight. He didn't say a word. He just stood there, watching us. My throat went dry. Jake, I whispered. Jake scrambled to his feet, voice shaking. Hey, you lost or something? The man didn't answer. He just took one slow step closer, then another. The fire crackled, the only sound between us. Jake grabbed the flashlight and aimed it at the man. For a second, his face came into view. Pale, sunken eyes, lips cracked and dry. He looked wrong, like he hadn't slept, eaten, or even lived like a normal person in months. But it wasn't his face that froze me. It was his smile. A stretched, thin curve that never touched his eyes. He raised the knife slightly. Not high, not in a strike. Just enough to remind us it was there. Jake cursed under his breath. We need to go. We moved together slowly, edging toward the tent where the car keys were. The man mirrored every step. When we stopped, he stopped. When we moved, he moved. Always the same distance away. Always silent. It felt like some sick game. Then Jake broke. "Run!" he screamed. We bolted crashing through the clearing toward the tent. The flashlight beam jerked wildly as Jake sprinted ahead. Behind us, the man's footsteps pounded the ground. Not running full speed, but steady. Like he knew we wouldn't get far. I dove into the tent first, clawing at the sleeping bag where Jake had tossed the keys. My hands shook so badly I couldn't grip them. Jake shoved me aside, snatching them up. "Go, go, go!" We tore back out of the tent, straight toward the car. That's when I heard it, the man's voice, low, raspy, almost amused. "You won't make it." My chest tightened. My legs burned, but I ran faster. We reached the car, breathless, and Jake jammed the keys into the lock. His hands fumbled. Twice he missed. Behind us, footsteps approached. Slow, unhurried, I risked a glance back. The man stood just beyond the firelight again, knife glinting, watching. That smile still frozen on his face. Jake yanked the door open and shoved me inside. He scrambled behind the wheel, keys rattling as he forced them into the ignition. The engine roared to life. Headlights cut through the trees. For a second, I thought we were safe, but the man didn't run, didn't flinch. He just stood there. In the beams of the headlights, knife raised slightly, smile widening, like he was letting us go, like he wanted us to leave. Jake slammed the car into reverse, tires spitting dirt as we backed out of the clearing. Then he shifted into drive, and we tore down the dirt road, branches scraping the sides like claws. Neither of us spoke. The forest swallowed us as the car bounced and swerved, headlights catching glimpses of trunks, leaves, and empty space. When we finally hit pavement, Jake's hands were shaking so badly he could barely keep the wheel straight. Only then did we dare look back. Nothing. No figure in the road, no chasing car, just endless blackness behind us. We drove all night, not stopping until the sun bled orange across the horizon. Neither of us ever went back to Pine Hollow Woods. We told people the basics. Some creepy guy followed us with a knife, but no one believed us. They said it was a vagrant, a hunter, someone passing through. But I know what I saw. That smile, that knife, that deliberate stalking. He didn't want money. He didn't want food. He wanted us, and I can't shake the feeling. He let us go that night, because it wasn't the end, just the beginning.